Jeff, do you remember what it's like exactly, that feeling of losing? It's been a few years.
Yeah, it has been a few years. I think, what was the last? Gator Bowl? Gator Bowl was the last loss. Yeah, I mean, definitely. And, we experienced that a few times that year. And, a lot of the guys remember that year and, after the year. And, that's not something we want. And I know that, a lot of the guys that were here for that year, they're still here and that are starting. We don't want any part of that. And I think, that's been a big motivator for us, just going into these last 2 years. No one wants that. That's not Ohio State football. And so, it's a big deal for us, going into Purdue, and we got something to prove. So,
Jeff, you talked about that trip 2 years ago, and then they played you close last year. Is series history something that you would talk about much in the locker room as a way to stay focused this week?
Not really. This is a different team. Every year is a different team, and I think that plays a big factor into series histories and all that. And I don't think that plays anything. We're a different team than we were last year. We're a different team than the last time they went to Purdue. 3 or 4 years ago, and so I don't think that has anything to do with it.
At the same time, if one of your younger teammates asked you about that experience in Purdue, what would you tell them?
It's not quite Ohio State. You're not going to have. There's not going to be 105,000 fans there. It's kind of a gray city, and it's not the most beautiful city in the country. And but it's just, you got to go in there and you got to have your mind on one thing. That's playing football. And no one's there rooting for you. It's just like any other away game. Everyone wants you to lose, and so they think they have a pretty good. They probably think the same thing. So
when it's kind of a gray city, it's a team that's not getting a lot of respect this season, and there might not be 105,000 fans in the stands. Right. Where does your motivation come from on game day? Where's the juice come from?
The juice is internal. It's for your brothers next to you. Even any game, regardless of how many fans are, I don't think 105,000 fans. I don't think that really has a whole lot to do with it. You playing for the guy next to you. And that's where your motivation comes from, and you're playing for all these coaches that work so hard day in and day out. That's where a lot of your motivation comes from. So
you left out the plush visiting locker room too over there.
Oh, awful.
Yeah.
Jeff, are you thinking about becoming an intern?
Couple more questions.
Western Office of Commerce this summer?
Not quite.
Or not. Jeff, thank you.
Thank you guys.
Jeff.
Have a good one.
You too.